Hey, it's your midlife coach here, and I was asked a serious question. The question was, how and when should you set boundaries? So here's my answer to that question. So here's the truth. Most women over 50 were never taught that boundaries are not rude, but definitely necessary. They wasn't taught that they don't wait until they're exhausted, overwhelmed, or resentful to start setting them. That's usually when most women finally try. But by then, they're already running on empty and everything feels heavier than it should. You see, boundaries are meant to protect your peace before things get to that point. So, when do you use boundaries, you may ask? You should use boundaries anytime something feels off. Not dramatic, not explosive, just off. That moment when you're saying to yourself and your body's saying no, when someone keeps taking more than they give, when you feel drained after certain conversations, when your time, energy, or emotions are being treated like they're unlimited. That's your signal. Not a suggestion, a signal. And here's where a lot of women get it twisted. You don't need a good enough reason to have a boundary. You don't need to justify it, explain it 10 different times, or make it sound soft so everyone else feels comfortable. If it costs you your peace, your time, your energy, or your self-respect, that's reason enough. Now let's talk about how to actually use boundaries, because this is where things get really real, if you know what I'm talking about. Boundaries are not long speeches. They're not emotional breakdowns. They're not you trying to convince someone to treat you better. A boundary is simple, clear, and calm. It sounds like I'm not available for that. That doesn't work for me. I won't be able to do that anymore. I need time for myself today. No over explaining, no apologizing for taking care of yourself. No back and forth negotiation. And here's the part nobody likes, but everybody needs to hear. People will test your boundaries, especially the ones who benefited from you not having any. They may push, question, guilt trip you, or act confused. That doesn't mean your boundary is wrong. It means it's working. Your job is not to make everyone else comfortable. Your job is to be consistent. Because a boundary without consistency is just a suggestion. And let's be real. Setting boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel guilty. You might feel like you're being too much or too cold. That's old conditioning, ladies. That's the version of you that was taught to keep the peace at your own expense. This version of you, she's gonna move different. She understands that saying no is not rejection, it's self-respect. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it's necessary. Not everyone deserves access to you, ladies. And here's the part I want you to really sit with. Boundaries don't push the right people away. They reveal who respects you and who only benefits from you. So start small. One moment where you choose yourself without explaining it to death. That's how it begins. Not loud, not dramatic, just clear. And over time, that clarity turns into confidence, and that confidence turns into a life where you no longer consistently pouring from an empty cup. Because guess what? You were never meant to live like that. So that's the end of this little conversation here. I hope that the answer I gave was enough. And I'll chat with you guys another time. All right. See you later. Bye.